guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Jada and I create content about lifestyle, travel and business. Today's video will include my life's updates. I'll be telling you guys everything that's been happening behind the scenes since my last one, which was actually recorded at the early part of October. So I'm just going to be filling you guys in what happened in November and December. This is long overdue. I know I told you guys that I'll be giving you guys a life update every single month, but girl, sis has been going through it. It's been, let's take it back to Black Friday. I had such a not a bad experience, but I'm gonna tell you guys the not so good side of business as to what actually happened on the day and like following that for a while. So with the Black Friday sales, if you don't know, I have an online business where I sell weight gaining products. You guys should definitely support me at www.awgjourney.com, and you can use my discount code JADA10 for 10% off. So as I was saying, the online store now, Black Friday sales did come. Obviously I tried to like get the store as ready as possible. So last minute I showed you guys I was trying to put up a banner. I was trying to just get the website ready for the Black Friday because I was expecting a lot of traffic on the day. So the day came as expected. We had a lot of traffic, a bit more than anticipated, and as of such we were sold out. During all of this, with London ever-changing pandemic rules, we were locked down, not locked down, but we were like in a tier system at the time. So the part of London that I live in was locked down, so I couldn't really get any products. So as much as I was trying to send out the products to meet the demand, I just didn't have any stock to fulfill them. So some of the orders, the people, like the customers, they didn't want to wait, so we had to issue a few refunds and stuff. On the sales side of things, I'm going to explain more as to how that actually affected the business in my 6 months business update. So please subscribe if you want to get all the details and the intricacies about that Black Friday sale experience. But just the whole fact that I had to be all over the place with trying to grab some stock, with trying to refund customers and trying to let customers know that there will be a potential delay, all of that just gave me major anxiety. And I can't even lie to you, without my team I actually don't know how we would have pulled it off, because DJ and AJ, they literally just picked up the ball and they just kept running, like they just kept the business going. And honestly, you guys, thank you so much. I think in October my anxiety was so bad with the business that I literally just neglected it. So after Black Friday, I basically just said to the team that, look, I need a break, like I just can't really do this anymore, like I'm just in a really bad state. And they were just like, yeah, like don't worry about it, basically, like we will pick up your slack, not slack, but they'll pick up everything and they'll keep it going. I should just basically recuperate and try to get the rest that I need. So that was really reassuring. So after telling my team that I was gonna go on a break in the near future, I kind of just had to rearrange the business just to like make sure that the tasks were taken care of. So I was really just going hard in preparation for my break, like my annual leave from the business. In my actual work life now, you guys know, even though I'm an entrepreneur, I also have a 9-to-5 job. My job is heavily based in healthcare, and whenever there is a change in the pandemic, whether there's a surge or a drop, it really affects my role. So with all of these things, obviously you guys know, like London, we're in a lockdown now, like it's really bad in London. So this was affecting my workload, like my workload literally increased. What I was doing normally doubled, but it wasn't like I wasn't used to it. I've done it before because I worked through the last surge that we had in London, so I kind of knew what was to come. But at the same time, I'm only human, so there was only so much I could take and give at work. So I was getting really stressed with my workload, and the changes in the team didn't really make it any better. But that's something that we're working on now behind the scenes. But yeah, that just literally like took me over the edge. Yeah, work has been tough, like it's a lot, man. And that's what I'm saying, like I have a different kind of respect and love for essential workers that are working through the pandemic. That's for doctors, nurses, for people that are on call, for the cleaners, the people that really always have to go to work regardless of the constant battles that we have, because we're human just like you guys. So I would really appreciate if you guys could just be a little bit kinder to healthcare workers, because trust me, it's tough. We're the ones that are seeing the sick people. We're the ones that are seeing the numbers drastically change. We're the ones that are seeing the effect that it has on the bedding. Like, and remember guys, I'm only human, so all of these things that I'm explaining to you, like, just imagine just one person brain like constantly having these tabs open, like constantly, day in day out, day in day out. Another thing that I was struggling with at the time, another thing that I've been struggling with, is also just adjusting to being a landlady, because initially, like you guys know, I've been an Airbnb host and I really enjoyed it. So when I had to pivot and turn into a landlady, like, it was very uncomfortable for me. And even though it was uncomfortable, I still went ahead and I still put my best foot forward. But as I've been explaining to you guys, the property actually has a lot of problems. My property in Jamaica was causing me so much stress, like stress on top of stress. Remember, say it was the rainy season in Jamaica, so we have a little problem at the apartment. Scent was rising, fly are going to the apartment. Like, it was just a mess, you understand? It's like, I'm convinced that them never build the place good. Like, this is a definite fact now, like, them definitely never build the place good. And I really feel like there should be some kind of compensation for the stress when me and my tenants go through. Like, there should be someone should be held accountable for what all of the tenants at that strata is going through, because it is horrendous. There is no way in hell someone signed off our plumbing system. I'm still having plumbing issues to this day. Like, it's a year later and I'm still trying to rectify problems that I was dealing with at day one. So that was really stressful. I think the stresses with the apartment was a bit more apparent because Jamaica was in the rainy season. So like, the scent from the plumbing system would just rise up on the tenants. I'm the only point of contact that my tenant has. So any little issues that they have, literally I'm the person that they call in, and I'm 8 hours ahead of them. Not 8, I'm 6 hours ahead of them. So I can do so much in a day span that can actually rectify their problems. And it wasn't productive for me or for them, so I wasn't really fulfilling my landlady duties as best as I could, because I'm not physically in Jamaica, and that was just stressing me out. So the constant like bombarding of messages, and I don't even blame my tenants. Like, I can completely understand what they were going through, but I'm just saying, like, mentally for me, like, it was just a lot to take on. And I think that was another thing that led to my anxiety. So with that situation, what I actually did to rectify it was that I just basically have a property management company manage it for me now. So how I'm dealing with that is that I have my mom that helps out, so she literally deals with everything relating to the property, which is such a good help. So thank you so much, moms. Most of my relationships with my friends and everyone around me has changed since like all of these happenings started happening. I basically just stopped talking to everyone. I've literally just been in my head. I think as of lately I've started to like rekindle with a few friendships and stuff, just to let people know that I'm actually okay. I just needed a moment for myself. I'm just trying to pick up all the missing pieces that I kind of just left on the floor in November, which includes YouTube, obviously. So with YouTube, I actually really enjoy the YouTube space. Like, I love editing now. I really enjoy it. At first, I remember my first video on YouTube, I actually paid someone to edit it for me, because I was just like, I don't even want to learn how to edit. Like, that's just not for me. And now here I am telling you guys that I enjoy editing. So I really miss the YouTube space. And the thing as well that was giving me anxiety was the fact that people from my YouTube, I don't know what video happened, but my YouTube was just going, like, the numbers were coming in like 10 subscribers a week, 5 subscribers a week. That enough to me, and I remember something to it. So the sudden visibility, or hyper visibility rather, was just making me so, I don't know, I just felt like there was just hella eyes on me. Like, even though it's not real, like social media is not real in real life, I just felt extra visible. Like, people in my DMs, like, I'm used to people in my DM, but people that I know, but strangers were in my DMs. You guys want house advice, you guys want advice on what property to buy in Jamaica, locations to buy stuff. Like, I'm not used to the constant messaging. I'm just used to doing my business and going about my business. So all of the constant, like all of the new attention and the new people that have been following me and stuff, subscribing, it was just making me anxious because it's not something that I've been used to. And also a lot of black and brown people suffer with imposter syndrome, and I feel like that was me at certain points on this YouTube journey. But them days they don't know what they hear, we deserve it. When I come from my channel for a reason, like when I see, say hi, hello, welcome one and all. But I just really wanted to basically explain to you guys why I haven't been on here, and all of everything that I've explained so far is basically why I haven't been able to vlog and do YouTube, because I've just been trying to sort out my life. So with all the issues that I just told you guys, I am now trying to rectify everything. So I'm literally going through my life with like a fine tooth comb, like comb it through, you understand? Friendships, una need for that, una can go on. Thanks for una give me. I'm glad for me could have go no, but yeah, on a journey and no bye. Going through all the business, all of the foolishness I normally spend fun, bye. Going through all of the money mistakes I normally made, bye. Going through my personal tracker, budgeting, everything like that. I'm just going back to my normal self. I'm just trying to find me again, and I've accepted that I probably won't be the same, but it's just a case of I just want to feel like Jada. Like I just want to feel like me. I feel like me, I get there, but I'm gonna reach there yet. So I am hoping that you guys can come on this self-development journey with me. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Guys, I've also just come to understand that stuff like anxiety and depression, like if you want success at some point in your life, you're probably going to have to struggle with these. And something like happiness, what we all want, is not a destination. Like it's something that you can just wake up and just decide, so yeah, today I'm gonna be happy, and you just start doing things to make yourself happy. You just start changing your environment and your space to make sure that it reflects who you are on the inside. So that's what I'm basically trying to do. I'm just trying to make sure that my happiness is present here with me today, and it's not something that I'm looking forward to or something that I'm thinking about in the past of what should have happened. It's just something that I've decided that, you know what, today I'm happy, I deserve to be happy, so let's do things to make me happy. So that's really been my mindset as of lately. So again, I don't know, sometimes when I'm really anxious, I just feel like my soul is leaving my body, like my body just feel lifeless, like I'm not joyful, or even if I am, it's very temporary. Like over the past couple of months, all my happiness has been very temporary. It doesn't feel long lasting, like I don't know. So I'm gonna try to figure out them somebody in the background. I'm gonna take on the journey with it. I wanted to touch on one last thing. So yes, the one last, I think the life update, something that really struck me, something that really affected my mental health, was the fact that I've been planning to go back home. And if you know me, like if you have been supporting me for over the last 5 years, basically since I've lived in the UK, you would know that every year, like every single year without fail, I have an annual Christmas trip back home. I go back home and I spend time with my family and friends. You guys know I was born and raised in Jamaica, so like that's home to me, you get what I mean? Like that's where I feel the happiest, that's where all my cousins are. Other than Deja, I don't have family in this country, really and truly. So that's where my actual bloodline is, that's where I feel the happiest, that's where I feel the freest. So I was really looking forward to this. And besides that, like I normally go back home at least 3 times a year. Like I try to go back at least 2 to 3 times a year, just to make sure that I'm feeling grounded and I'm doing what I really want to do in life, and that's obviously to give back and to build up back home in the literal and in the unliteral sense. I don't know if that's the right, but yeah, I don't know what I mean. So yeah, I was looking forward to that, and my flight was actually on the 25th. My flight was the 25th, and the government actually announced, Jamaica's government actually announced that all flights coming into Jamaica will be banned effective immediately, except the flight that was going on the next day. Same time, set speed. My friends was ringing to see if I could get a connecting flight, if I could go to America then go to Jamaica, but it just wasn't possible. And my friends were also seeing if I could reschedule my flight possibly to the one on the Tuesday. So Jamaica government made the announcement the Monday, but I was like, my friends were trying to get me to come in on the Tuesday instead. My flight was the Friday. The money for the flight, for the change, I think was like 800 to £1,000. There's no way on God green earth me I pay that. I said that then, but honestly no, in this mindset, with how unhappy I am in the UK, I would definitely pay the £800 and just stay at Jamaica and just call it a day. Anywho, just me anticipating to go home, like my yearly trip, I always use it for myself to like reflect on the year, think about the person that I want to become and if I've been doing things to make that happen. And whenever I go back home, like at the end of the year, it's normally just such a humbling experience for me, because I always try to visit where I grew up, which is actually jungle in a Jamaica. If you're somebody who come from jungle, Rima, them places, I don't know the environment, I don't know what it look like. So I always try to go back home to see my cousins that still live in that space, just to show them, say, you know better than you can do more with your life, just to try to give back in whatever way that I can, to encourage them and to just do what I do, really, just to be myself, to be free, to see my family and stuff like that. So the fact that I couldn't go down, and this was like the first in like 5 or 6 years since I've actually spent a Christmas in the UK, it was just doing my head in. Like that precise moment, like I lost a screw in my head. Like that very precise moment, once they made the announcement and my friend sent me, like I actually like lost a screw in my head. But yeah, I go on, girl. Other than that, nothing else now going fantastic. I'm just trying to think if I've missed anything for you guys. So because I didn't get to go Jamaica in Christmas, it literally just put me in a hole. I didn't want to be on Instagram. I didn't want to see anyone in Jamaica. I didn't want to know what anyone was doing. I didn't want to know what my friends was doing. I just didn't care. I wasn't in the Christmas spirit. Like I was a proper Grinch this festive season. Like a Grinch in the house. A Grinch. I didn't give a fuck. A Grinch. Listen, I can tell you. But Liz makes it suffer. Listen, was like, sis, we gonna have Christmas in this house. Listen, got us pick matching pajamas. Listen, got us she made sure that we got Christmas food together. We went and we done fish shopping. We cooked together. It was such a nice experience, I can't lie. So listen, you know, love you long time. Yeah, thank you guys for everyone that's reached out while I wasn't active. Thank you for the love, thank you for the constant support, thank you guys for supporting the business, even though I haven't been able to meet the demands as much as I'd like. But as you guys know, we're a small business, we're a growing business, so with every mistake comes a lesson. So please just bear with us while we get our things together and while I get my shit together, okay? But I think that's the end of my life update. If you would like to know anything else about my life, if you would like to know anything specific that I haven't mentioned in this video, please be sure to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll definitely update you guys in my next life update. Don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.